Today, we're going to talk about something that, let's be honest, a lot of men think about but maybe don't discuss openly. We're going to change that. We're getting straight to the facts, guided by the expertise of a board-certified urologist to give you some real clarity on the subject. So let's just get right into it. The big question. What actually happens to your body if you ejaculate every single day? Is it a good thing? A bad thing? Does it keep you sharp? Or is it secretly wearing you down? If you've ever had these questions pop into your head, believe me, you are not the only one. Our goal today is to give you the complete, honest picture. No shame, no myths, just science. And right off the bat, the most important thing to understand is this. There is no simple yes or no answer. Ejaculating daily isn't automatically healthy, and it's not automatically harmful either. The real answer, the one that actually matters, depends entirely on you, your body, your mind, and where you are in your life right now. We all kind of wish things were black and white, don't we? Just a simple good for you or bad for you. But health just doesn't work that way. For one man, a daily release might be the key to sleeping better and feeling less stressed out. For another, it could actually make him feel tired or less interested. The truth isn't some universal rule. It's all about your personal context. All right, so here's our game plan. We'll start by talking about why this is such a common yet unspoken question. Then, we'll dive into 5 really surprising benefits. After that, we'll look at the other side of the coin, 5 potential drawbacks. Then, we'll get practical on how to find your healthy balance. And we'll wrap it all up with the doctor's final word. So, first things first, why don't we talk about this more? Well, this whole topic has been surrounded by myths and old wives' tales for generations, sometimes even a sense of guilt. What we're going to do here is sweep all that aside and replace it with clear, straightforward information from a medical professional so you can make choices based on facts, not fear. Okay, let's kick things off with the good stuff. What are the actual science-backed upsides here? You might be surprised to hear that the potential benefits can affect everything from your mood and how well you sleep, all the way to some pretty serious long-term health outcomes. First up, let's talk about mood. You know that feeling of calm and relaxation you get afterwards? That's not just in your head, it's real chemistry. Your brain releases this amazing cocktail of feel-good hormones, endorphins, dopamine, oxytocin. Think of it as a natural reset button for your nervous system. It can help melt away tension and make you feel more resilient as you go about your day. And benefit number 2, better sleep. That relaxed, sometimes sleepy feeling you might experience is thanks to a hormone called prolactin. It naturally promotes a sense of calm that can make it easier to drift off. For any of you guys who lie in bed at night with a racing mind, this can genuinely act as a built-in, all-natural sleep aid, which means you wake up sharper and with more energy. Now, an orgasm isn't just a localized event, it's a full-body experience. As you become aroused, your heart beats faster and your blood vessels open up. This whole process is like a mini workout for your entire cardiovascular system. It helps push oxygen and vital nutrients to every part of your body, which is fantastic for your overall heart health. Now this next one, this is a big one, and it's backed by some serious research. One of the leading theories in men's health is that regular ejaculation helps to, well, flush out the prostate. This isn't just a vague idea. The process is thought to clear out old cells and inflammatory substances that could, over many years, contribute to the development of cancer. And listen to this, there is some really powerful data here. A massive study from Harvard, which followed nearly 30,000 men for years, found that guys who ejaculated 21 or more times a month had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Now, of course, this is not a replacement for regular checkups with your doctor, but it strongly suggests that your sexual health is an important piece of the prostate health puzzle. And our final benefit is a boost to your immune system. That's right. Studies have shown that sexual activity can increase your body's levels of something called immunoglobulin A. You can think of it as one of your body's frontline soldiers, a key defender that helps fight off viruses and germs at their point of entry. It's just another fascinating link between your sexual wellness and your overall health. Okay, so we've heard the good news, but to have a truly complete picture, we have to be honest and look at the other side of the coin. Because for some men, in some situations, daily ejaculation can have its downsides. So let's now dive into the 5 biggest potential drawbacks to be aware of. The very first thing to consider is the line between a healthy choice and an unhealthy compulsion. If it's something you're choosing to do consciously, that's one thing. But if you start to feel like the urge is controlling you, or if it's getting in the way of your work, your relationships, or your responsibilities, well, that's when it might be crossing into compulsive territory. This right here, this is the question you really need to ask yourself. It's a simple but powerful tool for self-reflection. It helps you figure out if this is a healthy release that serves you, or if it's becoming a pattern that might be causing some guilt or stealing your focus. Being honest with yourself here is absolutely key. Look, we all have to deal with stress, with boredom, with moments of sadness. It's part of being human. But if ejaculation becomes the only way you cope with those feelings, it might be acting as an emotional crutch. It can become a way to numb out instead of dealing with what's really going on, and it can prevent you from developing a wider, healthier toolkit for your emotional health. Okay, now this next point is very specific, and it only applies to a certain group of men. If you and your partner are trying to start a family, this is for you. If not, you can disregard this one. But it's important to know that the body needs about 48 to 72 hours to replenish its sperm supply fully. So daily ejaculation can temporarily lower sperm concentration. Spacing things out every 2 or 3 days could improve your chances of conception. Here's a strange paradox for you. Sometimes too much of a good thing can actually make it less rewarding. If your brain gets used to that daily hit of dopamine from the same type of stimulation, it can adapt. Over time, it might feel a bit flat or unexciting, or you might find you need more and more intense stimulation to get the same feeling of pleasure. And finally, let's talk about pacing. If your daily release usually happens in a hurried, rushed way, you could be accidentally training your body. You're teaching your nervous system that the goal is to get to the finish line as fast as possible. This can condition you for a sprint, which might lead to issues like premature ejaculation or performance anxiety when you're with a partner and you want to enjoy a marathon. So, we've looked at the pros, we've looked at the cons. Now for the most important part. What does this all mean for you? How do you find the right rhythm for your own body? This next part is all about practical, actionable steps you can take to figure that out. First and most importantly, just pay attention. How's your energy, your mood, your libido? Your body sends you signals all the time. Second, don't be afraid to experiment a little. See how you feel with the daily frequency for a week, then try spacing it out. You're your own best expert. Third, remember that wellness toolkit we talked about? Make sure this is just one of many tools. And finally, if you're in a relationship, talking about this stuff openly is always a good thing. So, let's bring it all home. What's the real takeaway here? It's that daily ejaculation isn't inherently good or bad. The real power is in self-awareness. The more you understand how your own body works, the more freedom and control you have over your health. And that's true whether you're 30, 50, 70, or beyond. This isn't about following rules, it's about gaining knowledge. And really, this says it all. This whole conversation isn't just about sex. It's about taking your health seriously. It's about self-respect. It's about proactively managing your own vitality. And remember, asking these kinds of questions isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. If you found this discussion helpful and you'd like more honest, science-based conversations about men's health, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more to share. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today, and as always, take good care of yourself.